is because defending invades is also more possible.
That's true.
By dogpiling damage onto the same buff,
It'll go to your
jungler instead. Yeah. So you don't have to worry about it.
So those are things.
Which is better. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's a discussion there between what people think about that specifically, but it also kind of alleviates some of that. I mean, how many times have we seen it just here in the MPL Philippines too, where again you see like a roamer, for example, get the buff instead.
Yeah.
Not that we're naming names.
Not that we're naming names, but I've seen it a couple times on the Jawhead, specifically from but
yeah, we know what you're talking about.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, But now, not so much anymore. The cookie's intact.
Yeah, it's maybe that one smart missile. It's maybe that one smart missile, but it's not gonna happen.
It's not his fault, all right?
It's not his fault. It's still a smart missile now because it's gonna go to his jungler, all right?
Yep.
But jokes aside, I am hoping that we don't go into Game 3 with expanding rivers. Like
it's not up to us, Joseph. It's not up to us.
I know it's not. I know it's a roll of the dice here, but like, guys,
please.
We've been talking about Project Next now. We're talking about all these maps, and we get 3 for 3 expanding rivers. I don't know how to feel if that happens.
Yeah, how do we get to explore like what the other maps could change or offer in the game if we keep getting expanding rivers? But here we go. I think we are about to find out if we'll still be getting that. I hope we don't.
Come on, Game 3.
Come on.
What's it gonna? Okay,
yes.
Dangerous Grass.
I am so good at manifesting.
Is that Saber, by the way?
Yep.
Yes.
And was the expanding rivers? Is that Lapu Lapu?
I didn't see.
Because he had a beard and But yeah, so it's gonna be Dangerous Grass. I wonder if we'll actually see the Saber pop up then. Like, is there?
You mean a war crime?
Yeah, like, is there room for that?
Natalia, Helkert, all of these damage. You know what?
All these dangerous heroes.
It's possible, but in this game, I'd rather it not because they just need to clinch this final win.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's see exactly what happens here. I don't know if the bans are going to change too much with this. TNC will be on that blue. Smart Omega is going to be on that red. I would like
the Lancelot.
I was gonna say the one thing I want to see here is just ban out the Lancelot. Like ban it out.
If ever there was a team that would pull off, that kind of draft with the damage jungler, it would be Smart Omega. You are looking at former Geek Fam coach Wura. He used to handle Baloyski, the Baloyski.
Oh right.
To bring out those kind of picks.
The Natalia. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it pops up here, but
oh man. So here's the change for Omega. Instead of the Yi Sun-shin ban, maybe turn this into the Lance ban.
But the two greatest inventions.
And then you deal with the Yi Sun-shin. I think it's...
But will they still, like in this patch, I don't know if it's just me, or is the Yi Sun-shin still as high of a priority?
Like currently with the changes?
I personally think Lance is scarier.
Yeah.
He's just able to do too much with his kit that gets him out of situations, like that you typically, you don't have that play for the YSS. So Lancelot's open. Is this first pick Lancelot?
It has to be.
Zyda again?
Like, why not?
Yeah.
I don't see why you shouldn't.
We're seeing the camera on him.
This is manifestation.
This should be a Lancelot, right?
Yep. That Lancelot game was his 4th all season, and it brings it up to 2 out of 4 now.
That was only his 4th?
That was only his 4th. And puts it at 50-50.
It is my mission to banish all darkness.
That's what we expected. Nothing surprising about that. It's open. You just got an MVP performance. You might as well pick it up again. But like this is where it's like Smart Omega. Do they just take a Fredrin again?
And this is the Lapu again? Is it still gonna be the exact same
Fredrin
pattern for them? Or maybe they changed the red 3 pick?
Looks like they went the same. So what are they gonna change?
Yeah, maybe not the Valentina here. Or I don't know, maybe they still want that. But does TNC still go for the Grok? Grok carry. It's the exact same.
Dude, they just switch it up. They put the carry first and do it.
Oh my goodness, even the Valentina.
It's the same, man. I don't know why Omega's doing this.
Run it back.
It wasn't close. I'll tell you now. They barely got out of the mid game.
Yeah.
And started winning, but it took a very specific sequence.
I think maybe the plan is just change the gold lane. Like maybe they do that, but I don't even know. Like, it's not that the Claude or Netsuki was the problem either.
No.
It was just like they didn't. I feel like again they didn't have the best answer to be able to catch Zyda on the land slot, or they just had to use too much to deal with Zyda.
Or are they changing the roam hero? Because I think it was also brought up that they had very little ways to deal with the Lancelot.
Like, was Khalid just too squishy eventually, or like?
Yeah, he did not have enough answers for the Lance.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, what do you want? Like a Ruby, like a Cho?
The real disruptors.
Like someone to force a response.
Oh, but they
Wipe out all the
no,
injustice
this is the same
in the world.
banning by TNC. They'll ban the chip here last, and then they can run it back.
Yeah, maybe that's also why the Cho wasn't available. So the likes of the Ruby you mentioned
There's no. Do they change their ban? Could they instead just ban the glue here instead of the Arlot?
Maybe ban the glue. Oh, maybe go Farsa instead.
So Kimmy mid?
Yeah, what does I was gonna say? What does Lancey take here? There's a chip like you mentioned. So same there. What does this mean for Smart Omega? Go Claude again here? Or do they wait and just pick up that
roamer?
That roam.
Sand rises when I give the word.
They're doing the same thing, man.
It's the
Is this literally just running back?
They want to go faster. That is what I'm reading from this red 4 pick of the Khalid. Is just look at these heroes. They barely need any items.
It's not even expanding rivers anymore.
Yeah, mind you, this is different, right? It's dangerous grass.
But they still went for this draft.
I think it's fine. There wasn't much they're losing. If anything, they're gaining more because they can actually just camp.
Yeah.
And then ruin anybody who walks in. But I told you at the start of the series, dangerous grass benefits Chaknu.
Yes.
The Mamba is going to use these. And
oh, this is what.
Oh, and then you get the Louis Yi with the danger grass, man.
And even Lancey is going to use it. So I feel so much better for TNC.
Yeah.
Omega has to come away with a home run gold lane for Netsuki. How niche can you get?
What's gonna be the hard carry gold lane for
He
Netsuki?
doesn't go Claude here, right? Like,
they're bumping fists on this. They agreed on this. This is not hard. This is not a hard decision.
Is this gonna be a crazy Netsuki
again? But you do need DPS though.
Yeah, maybe this is just one of those things where it's like, all right, we trust in you, Netsuki. Like, bring it out. I just can't see it being the Claude again, man. Like,
but
it is. It's the exact same lineup. It's the exact same lineup for Smart Omega. The only difference here is the map for them.
Well, I mean, this is likely going to be a Purify again, right?
Okay,
So,
there is a universe where in the dangerous grass actually benefits Netsuki because he can juke.
Yeah.
With the BMI, like
Yep, or maybe even a sprint. But I think I agree with you, Brigida. He does need the Purify.
Yeah, it's just too much, man. I mean, with a Grok across from you in the hands of the Mamba, who's also going to be utilizing the dangerous grass, like you gotta want that potential to be able to purify out of that.
Okay.
Okay, so he is going to have it, and everything else still flickers. So I think still, even one of the hard parts is not just dealing with Chakno and the Grok, but even the Louis Yi. Louis Yi kind of surprising them if they want to, utilizing those extra bushes might play into something too. So at least for game 3, we've got a different map after 2 expanding rivers. Now we're going to be jumping into dangerous grass for game 3, the deciding game between TNC and Smart Omega. We'll see if Smart Omega gets a better start this time around. Super Yoshi, go ahead and get some of that extra. Wow, he's going to take some damage, though, too. But
Yoshi, what are you doing?
Found 3.
He's just taking a trip, man. That takes a little U-turn around.
Yeah.
That's a scenic route.
At least, again, he found 3 members, but...
Oh. Yeah, maybe too much scenic.
Too much.
Too much.
He also saw the receiving end of Lancey's kit.
Okay.
That's when you're taking the scenic route in the car, man, and then you're like, oh, wait, yeah, I'm driving, by the way.
Oh, so both mid-duos pick up the wilderness.
As they should. Seems normal. They're fine.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Even for Tnc.
Yeah, not much is going to like change in this early game, I feel like, but again, for part of Super Yoshi he'll just go ahead and heal back up. I think that's one of the things is how do they play into maybe the gold lane changes a little bit where they focus down here if they can go ahead and get that built faster, but ultimately with these kind of lineups, you just expect them to play into that first turtle again, that first objective.
Yeah.
And that's where things are going to start up.
Because I think we've also been looking for the Bagyo, like that kind of gameplay that you're so used to seeing from an aggressive Benny Cutie, or a Benny Cutie who tends to make decisions on his own and not entirely, as mentioned by Leo earlier, just follows through whatever his other teammates does. But it might take a while before we get to see that. So yeah, maybe the first objective really is going to be the test for both of these teams in this game so far.
Yeah, take a look at the items. You'll see a lot of tough boots. Again, both teams understand that crowd control wins. Ow!
Ow.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Way too much damage there. And how the warrior boots are on our gold laner, so they're looking at trade. They're holding down.
Yeah.
This is a risk here. Whoa, Super Yoshi.
Oh, he takes on 2 members, and James, with a follow-up, doesn't land the Landshaker on Zyda. Gets to dodge with the Thorn Rose, and off-cam! Haji actually gets taken down. There's the tech charge, also landed by Trapnu onto 2 members. Super Yoshi will try to heal, but he just becomes a double kill for Zyda.
TNC have divided and conquered. Smart Omega fell right into their grasp. And here comes Tnc!
Oh, Tnc looking for a fight. Has the Purify, so he somehow gets to take a trade, but the turtle will still go into the hands of TNC.
That is Retry Diff. The level 5 Lancelot into the level 4 Fredrin. But again, no river expansion there. It literally was just BMI, run it down through mid, and Blazing the Web. Benny's in trouble.
Oh, now they try to look for him, but has the flicker to get away, and off cam again. So many fights are happening across the map. Zyda gets taken down.
Yeah, and they put pressure there, so they get Benny's flicker out, but still, both gold laners pretty much neck and neck. Same items as well. Like we mentioned, they want to go ahead and duke it out, but ultimately it was good that Tnc made that play earlier on towards that turtle, but it's not resulting in too much. TNC might have gotten that little bit of lead earlier on, but the fact is still Zyda being very comfortable onto this Lancelot, playing into that. I want to see Smart Omega go ahead and answer into the next turtle here and be able to go and fight against them. The problem is, earlier on, they just got decimated in the early fight, that first fight that happened.
Yep, Netsky's clutch visit to mid or in that turtle pit actually just made their loss only the turtle.
Yeah.
So that should be fine, because again, him getting banked alongside Ryzen, which is a different story from game 1, by the way, should change how game 3 goes. Game 2 was tough for Ryzen. Now he's actually ahead.
Yeah. And Tnc will go ahead and just continue to farm up. You see him even double laning to an extent, like the Claude should here.
Yeah. I'm also liking how Smart Omega just seemed to be all over the map compared to TNC, because you were expecting a bit more of the surprise to come in because Lancy was or is on the Louis, but Super Yoshi seems to always have info on where these players are. But now 3mar up against 2 just uses the spread, and so will James be using the Bravest Fighter, but all they want to do is just deal with the waves. There's a diversion. 3 members of TNC are now up top, but Ryzen and James are gonna be okay.
Oh, Super Yoshi's there too. I don't know if they're gonna actually commit to this. They do have 4 members here. But again, Turtle's up. They'll go ahead and get ready to rotate. They already know that some of these resources have been used up. Haji holding on to his own tech charge. So we're going to see potentially a whole-on fight for this. 3mar, go ahead and back off. Regen's up. Both gold laners will want to join this fight here. This is where we see some of the usage of these dangerous grass, this dangerous bush to work. Chaknu right there behind the turtle.
Ooh, look at the knockups coming in from Smart Omega. Lancy will fall. Now they're on to Zyda. Zyda will try to escape, but going back to the turtle, Super Yoshi sustained so much damage coming in from both Benny Cutie. The grab is also committed here by 3mar, but they can only do so much. Zyda's too far away, and they get to answer one of the biggest problems for Smart Omega.
Oh wow, look at this, the conversion through the roof. Omega takes this mid lane tier 1. They're not done. Wait, 3mar, what's he trying to do?
He's tanky enough, I suppose. Uh-oh, Benny?
Oh, Super Yoshi! Clutch! Heals! And survives that attempt! And they get to defend the turret.
That's so Yoshi. To be at 1 HP. Oh no. So, again, the way that turtle number 3 went, well, that was just 2. Wow, it was a delay turtle.
Yeah.
Was basically the same situation as turtle 1, but the opposite. So it's deja vu backwards, it's Ujavet.
Ujavet.
Yeah, Omega split up TNC and pushed Zyda all the way back to their side of the map, so it's free for Omega to take it. But the only difference is TNC had less losses. They only gave up Lancy, and then they cut their losses there and pulled back. All this while, Omega, sure, they pushed hard into tier 1 in mid, but TNC traded out for bottom lane, so this is a good start. Again, when was the last time we saw Omega actually gain control of a game at the 6-minute mark?
Yeah, the past 2 games, they've turned it around the 9, almost under the 10-minute mark.
Yeah.
This time, they've got this little bit of an advantage they can work with, but they'll start putting pressure on the other sides of the map. They're going to want to play into this third turtle, too, potentially getting this tier 1, a bottom turret down as they're in the position. They're going to trade it, though, as Zyda takes down tier 1 up top.
Uh-oh.
Diversion's going to be used now, though.
Just a feint.
Yeah, they see it. And it does feel like TNC are doing the same. They're trying to pay a bit more attention to Benny Cutie. Or it's maybe that they feel they need to put a bit more attention onto Benny Cutie. Because so much is going to rely on him in terms of the damage output later on. Zyda right now, it feels like he's somehow being answered by Omega to some extent.
I agree. It would be a mistake to not put anyone on Storm Watch, lest you taste the wrath of a force of nature. Turtle at less than half health.
All right, Ryzen still trying to look for the targets. That's a flicker from 3mar. He uses the grab onto Haji, but the other members of Omega are still here, and they will be the ones to secure the objective. Now they change target. They try to chase after 3mar, and it seems like he will be the one getting punished here. Diversion still committed. It's Zyda all alone, but Omega might not go for the chase anymore. At least he has Chaknu by his side.
Okay, they get a pickup on 3mar. They also got themselves the last turret of the game. Smart Omega now looking to take another turret here to open up the map a little bit further. It's interesting to see where TNC, it seems like they're not able to actually get into the range of these fights here around the objectives.
And here is the Ryzen signature. Once again, even when he's ahead, even with a different turnout of game number 3, he's still doing third item Guardian Helm. So this is just him clearly sending a signal, yeah, I don't plan on going home. I just want to keep pushing the advantage here, farming out, setting up these takes, and with a Lancy Loya on the other side of the map, this all the more makes sense. This all the more signals that there's no way I'm not clearing any bushes. I am going to be on you, TNC. Ryzen helping keep this 2,000 gold lead, but this is a very small lead, I'll tell you now.
Even with this lead, though, it's just like we saw in the previous games where TNC, the potential to be able to turn this around will come down to that Lord fight. They're not in a position to go ahead and really catch anybody. Smart Omega has been playing pretty safe. Now, if it is to catch anybody, it's Chaknu. Chaknu could do simply the same thing that he's done before, where he pops conceal, using that flicker, tech charge combo. Haji doesn't have his own just yet, but so he's part of his job is to really be able to find Chaknu, get that tech charge. It's worked so well for him, but ultimately, it's just TNC kind of waiting to go ahead and build up. You can see both Golden Laners still pretty close together here. Golden Staff now, the Trinity being locked in by Netsky, while over here for Benny Cutie, this is what we've been asking, but this is I guess the nature of being Gold Laners that we've seen picked up right now, the carries and the Claudes, where it's like you don't really shine until around this portion of the game, and then even so, it's like you need that wind of nature maybe later on, or we've seen even Benny Cutie pick up the Malefic Gun for his 4th item to be able to contest here, but Lord is going to be started up.
Yeah.
Do they go for this or not?
Yeah, I think Lancy's holding on to the diversion. They can contest with the diversion. They're not rushing it.
Yeah, and Omega probably senses that. I mean, having both Ryzen and Super Yoshi constantly scout these numerous bushes that are around the map because we're in dangerous grass is so helpful for Smart Omega to feel at ease and that they have enough information to not worry about the surprises that can come in from TNC, but that's probably what TNC are going to be trying to do, not unless they don't plan on contesting anymore, because Lancy and Benny Cutie, Will they be revealing themselves up top?
Yep, at least they know one. Benny has been shown. Lancey not quite yet. And they're sending him over to the orange side.
There you go. Wait, the Ryzen's really low.
I don't know if they still want to go to this. They know that, okay, diversion was used. That wave up top was handled, but they're just trying to keep this Lord around half health. They'll go ahead and grab the buffs, though, for now, so no one wants to take that risk just yet.
Yeah.
Is he, though? That's a Guardian Helmet doing work.
Oh.
He's not. Okay, I take it back. He was.
See, that makes sense.
He was low HP, but not anymore. So this is what they've been planning all along, and now they finally find a target. It's going to be 3mar. They force him down to almost half HP. Zyda tries to fight back.
He used the retry, though.
But I don't think you're going to be worried if you're Ryzen on the Guardian Helmet.
Yeah, Ryzen doesn't mean to take this Lord. Like he knows it's going to be delayed.
Yeah.
That's why he pressed the Retribution. Maybe a kill on 3mar would have been something he was happy with.
Okay, well, again, delayed further here. By this time, diversion's up again. Maybe this is where we see Smart Omega push that long lane.
Where we're dancing like it's 2022.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been a while since we've seen this kind of dance.
It is only possible with a hero like Lapu Lapu and Fredrin.
This dance has been taking quite some time. Now it's only Ryzen and 3mar holding the Lord Pit. The other members of Smart Omega have already managed the long lane too. Even without anything happening just yet, they were already able to take down the tier 2.
This might be it, this might be
for
it.
it.
Okay, finally, they actually go and start the fight. It was only 3mar who was around that area.
You know what? If you dance enough times, especially in this new metagame, you have to make a call. You have to make a decision. If we keep answering and keep trying to dance with this team, we are going to lose. And that's what that's what TNC did. They said, yeah, let's try to do something elsewhere because we're wasting time dancing to Omega's beat. And then that's when Omega said, gotcha.
Gotcha. You know, this is, I think we're going to see a couple more of those kind of Lord dances too, especially on the way this map works specifically. But here we go, down the mid lane, Lord's up top. DNC on the defense here. We'll see if they can actually pull this through. The Lord charging in. They're just going to jump it from James.
Okay, Bravest Fighter already committed. Spread 2 from 3mar. Super Yoshi just trying to zone. They aren't necessarily going for any attempts just yet. Same for TNC. All that Omega is trying to do is take down the base turrets that are remaining for TNC. Netsky trying to make it work. Zyda looks for it, but the damage from Netsky was already enough. He just stood in front of Zyda.
All right, slow but steady. I think the Barangay knows that they're playing off of inevitability. If TNC don't commit a clutch play, TNC, there's nothing. Oh, whoa, hold up.
Oh, that was a flicker from 3mar, but will he find a target? Zyda also reveals himself as well. And now 3mar is in a very dangerous spot. Abracer's Wrath lands onto Zyda. Now they have to run away. Now all alone is 3mar. He will not survive that.
Oh, I don't know if 3mar, like, what the call was there, if they wanted to potentially go in, or he just got caught out, but then it seemed like he just eventually accepted his fate and was like, I'll just die here.
I think in the beginning there was a call because they sent Zyda on
this bush right here.
On this bush.
Yeah.
But they didn't find anyone because, like, maybe it's the athletic flickers all over again.
Oh no.
Oh.
They're going for this bottom turret though.
Zyda!
A dangerous taunt. Landed onto Zyda. Now they're able to get another base turret away from TNC. This is such a disciplined version of the Barangay.
Slow but steady. Again, this might be the Coach Wara effect. This is the first time we're actually seeing the former MPL ID coach on stage for Smart Omega. So this may have been one of his calls and saying, boys, I saw the way you played in game 2. That's not how we do it. So now they're up about 6K. They can pull the same thing. They can pull the same Lord dance that TNC can only hope to dream to do. Because look at their lineup. Again, this is something that's just only occurring to me now. The Fredrin and the Lapu Lapu, even the Khalid, they can dance forever. They can just hold the Lord, force a response, and again, even if there is a tool, even if there is a diversion, it's still up to you how to do it, how to use it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of margin of error. There's a lot of room to make a mistake.
Yeah. And it's not like these 3 players just stay in a single spot. They're always on the lookout for the other members of TNC, Super Yoshi, always trying to look for the front lines. James trying to find an angle to go for the back lines, and Ryzen's just there. He's the only guy holding the Lord because he
Shaq,
can.
you're gonna do.
Oh,
It goes in.
Whoa!
Wait, it was timed at the exact same time the Raging Sandstorm was casted.
Yeah, that's good use. They know that that's not available, so they could potentially just go ahead and take the Solorn here.
Yep.
They still have to watch out for Zyda, though.
Omega.
If he's able to pull it off, they got to deal with the waves pushing down bot. So Lancey will deal with that, and then diversion up for this fight here.
Okay. Both
it's half
roamers
health.
don't have their ultimate.
They just reset.
Ooh.
Again?
This is like Hitchcock's bomb under the table. You know it's there, but when is it gonna blow up? The tech charge is gonna come off cooldown anytime now.
Yeah, he's gonna have it.
Okay.
Run Omega.
He finds a target.
The collapse!
He tries to go for Zyda, but look at the damage from Netsky's blazing to it! Not even Jackno and 3 more could last long! Super Yoshi standing in front of both Lancey and Benny Cutie, but it seems like they do not care about the Lord anymore! All they're after are the kills! They're just after the win, and they'll just wait for the wave. It's only Lancey and Benny Cutie to defend!
They got the wave in the mid. They have the numbers advantage. It's only Lancey and Benny Cutie on the defense.
It's over.
5 members of Smart Omega, James jumping in with the bravest fighter, and they will not care anymore. 2-man stun to finish off the game, and it's 2-1 in favor of the Barangay.
Smart Omega played it disciplined and slow, but they made it work against TNC in Game 3.
It's deja vu for round 2. We opened up Season 16 with the Barangay taking the dub over the Phoenix Army, and here we see it again.
Man, with the same draft too. You know, like it was better executed.
Yeah.
That rarely happens, by the way. That's usually a mistake where someone forces something that lost.
Yeah.
But here, I think the Barangay walked away with a masterpiece. Like, this lineup dances like no other.
And this second half version of Barangay Omega with the addition of Coach Ura and all these small changes we're seeing, it's really commendable to see them in this form. But just the same, TNC, they're slowly getting there.
Slowly getting there. This was a very promising series, though, for both, but great to see as they're opening up in Project Next. Let's go ahead and throw it over on stage here for our winning interview.
Into the winning column they go. Here are your winners, Smart Omega! Oh, it feels great. It's been a while, guys, and I'm so happy na nakikita namin kayo ngayon. Nagkikita sila pero iusog ko lang kayo ng konti. May bago kasing bida. May bagong bida making his head coaching debut for Smart Omega. Coach Wura, congratulations. I know it's been a while since you've been here kasi nandito ka na rin sa Mpl Ph way back, but you know, this time history repeated itself. Natalo nyo ulit ang TNC, but then you've also had that 2-week losing streak before this match. When you were reinstated as the head coach of this team, ano ba yung mga sinabi mo sa boys? Saan kayo nagsimula to get this win?
Well, malakas naman talaga yung team. Kulang lang talaga kami sa yung willpower para mag-execute ng mga plans namin. So ngayon, unti-unti inaano namin siya. Ginagawa namin. So feeling ko mas magaganda yung mga games namin.
Mas gaganda ang mga games nila, Odin.
Ang ganda nga ng kanilang aura ngayon. Nakikita natin na all smiles ang Barangay Omega. James, total nasa tabi na rin naman kita. Ang pagpasok ni Coach Wura is big thing para sa inyo. Ano ba yung naging adjustments nyo since bago yung coach nyo and bago rin yung patch na meron tayo dito sa second half?
Ayun, siguro sobrang big help sa amin ni Coach Wura, lalo na ngayong bago yung patch. So parang mabilis kami nakapag-adjust din kasi 3 yung coaches namin.
You know, James has already mentioned na malaki yung naging tulong ni Coach Wura in actually making this win happen. Coach, in terms of Project Next, kasi siguro things are very complicated. Maraming effects, madaming mapa. What do you think of the current patch ngayon? Is this an up or a quite challenging patch para sa team mo?
Well, sa nakita ko, nakaka-enjoy eh. Lalo yun, naging involved na yung roam sa pera. So, ewan ko, sa akin na-enjoy ko yung bagong changes sa patch.
Quite enjoying, and may nabanggit siya yung roam, Odin.
Speaking of roamer, Super Yoshi, isa ang pinaka-affected daw ngayon ay ang roamers nga.
That's right.
Sa ating new patch. So, ano ba yung nakikita mong nagbago for roamer sa takbo ng laro dito sa loob ng MLBB?
Tingin ko mas marami mahambag yung roamers ngayon si patch kasi nga baga, about vision plus 30 gold ganun. Kaya tingin ko, yayaman na rin kasabay yung mga ano eh. Kumbaga, sasabay sa items. Ganun, kumbaga.
Mukhang masaya ka nga sa bagong patch ha. And speaking of, doon sa bagong patch natin, meron kasi tayong 3 mapa. Meron ka bang favorite map among all those 3?
Siguro yung Dangerous Bush. Dangerous Bush kasi ano eh. Ay, grass ba yun? Okay, grass.
Pareho lang yun, no? Dangerous grass.
Favorite yan kasi ano eh. Mga heroes ko madalas, yung playstyle ko pang tago-tago rin eh. Kaya paborito ko yung dumagdag na bush dun.
Oh, I mean, nabanggit niya na yung dangerous grass. And I think, you know, there are 3 others na hindi pa siguro napipili. Abangan pa natin yan sa ibang mga roamers. But Yoshi, I wanna talk to you about this. Kasi TNC, natalo nyo sila ulit and you've swept them for this season alone. Is there any specific team na gusto nyong bawian considering na gaya ng sinabi ni Coach, mas motivated kayo? Sino yung team na gusto nyong makita for the second round?
Makatapat? Ay, makatapat sa? Pabawian. Tingin ko gusto namin mabawian yung Onyx since doon kami naglabas ng chase strat and di namin nalabas yung normal na laro namin.
Yung normal na laro nila. I think they're gonna go crazy for that matchup. But this is an ecstatic win for once again your winners, Smart Omega! Just an amazing performance, finally putting the barangay at the winning column. An intense and incredible performance showcased by the barangay.
Kakaiba ang pinakita nila ngayong bagong patch and we're so excited to see kung ano pa nga ba ang ipapakita nila in the next few matches that they have.
That being said, I think it is time to talk all about these things kasama ng ating mga casters.
Thank you so much, Hans. Odin, of course, congratulations once again to Smart Omega. Great to hear that, well, at least for Super Yoshi, you know, his favorite is Dangerous Bush. Dangerous Grass, same thing. I love it as well. Now, you could see how in Game 3, that played a bit of the dynamic here, but ultimately, I feel like because they went with the same draft, they just executed it better.
I think I saw him holding that bush behind the Lord Pit a lot of times.
Yeah, just checking it, making sure that Chaknu couldn't find it. And I think I may have misread Super Yoshi's game. He actually likes the Dangerous Bush just as much as Chaknu does.
Yeah.
And I think that's what put Chaknu in an odd position. It's like, he wasn't expecting this Khalid to always be in the bush like, I can't find the tech charge, boss. Like, he's always on me. And that's why he's the MVP.
And what I liked about what Super Yoshi did here, too, is he built the Athena shield first. That was like his first item to deal with just the fact that most of the damage was coming from that Lui Yi. You know, that Lancey trying to set things up from there. But then eventually he was able to go ahead and get tanky enough. And then, like you mentioned, like it's Super Yoshi to sit there and just be at 1 HP and heal back up and make things happen here. So, again, as we look at the highlights here from Smart Omega and throughout this game, it was the different factor where in Game 3 they actually had a lead in the early game and they just did a great job. I mean, even this James also, you have to credit James. He did a great job at tracking Zyda and also zoning out the right members here against TNC even in this one.
Yeah, and even these past 2 highlights that we've been seeing, Haji, he's been doing such a great job at using the IMU tech charge on the Valentina. Like compared to the previous game, because maybe Super Yoshi was a bit more free and they had less things to worry about, he had more time to decide on whether or not they wanted to go in, to commit the tech charge, and they had multiple ways to initiate.
And this also adds on to why this Khalid was so good for Smart Omega, is because since Yoshi is keeping tabs on the Grok, it's easier for Haji to trace the Grok and get the IMU. I don't think this would have been possible without that Khalid, and Haji would have struggled to find the solid ult, because what are you going to do with a diversion mid-team fight? What are you going to do with anything else but a tech charge mid-fight? So that is also why it wasn't so hard for this Valentina to set up. Usually that's one of the issues of a Valentina, right? Is the 1-2 is, I don't have the ult, how do I fight? I have the ult now, but you guys are all gone. Yoshi always makes sure that that was never a problem.
Yeah, it was, again, even if it's the same lineup, just greatly executed here this time around, also playing around the bushes and then dealing with the answer again on how to go ahead and stop Zyda this time. That was a big thing. But also even Benny Cutie, like Benny Cutie, it was the same thing, man. Like we didn't get to see him get online, like and like join these fights and everything else. And it was just by the